Hey YouTube, Matches860. Wanted to share with you today a gift I got in the mail yesterday from Briartim. Tim and I were having a discussion one night on Facebook about old clay pipes, and out of the blue yesterday from Briartim came an old clay pipe. Actually, an 18th century clay pipe. It's about 16 inches long, typical of what would have been hanging on the wall in a tavern back in those days. In fact, there would have been several of them. And these were to be used by both local guests and travelers who were stopping into the tavern. I'm going to light this up. And in it, I have red Virginia flake, which is probably about as close to what they would have put in it back then as I can get. It's an awesome smoke. Very cool. No strange taste from the clay, which is nice. And the pipe did come with some literature, which was interesting. And I've also always been interested in colonial taverns, and have picked up some information over the years. Whoever designed these pipes decided that this length was perfect for resting your hand on the arm of a chair and having a good smoke. Actually, what I've found, it's a little bit more comfortable for me to hold it about halfway up the stem, smoke it like that. And as I say, this would have been a community pipe, and if I was all done smoking this and you happened to come in and wanted to use it, it would be customary for me to snap off a little bit of the end of it so that you had a fresh stem to work with. And you'd sit there, probably talking about how your crops were doing, how your harvest was, how terrible all the taxes being imposed on you from England were. And back in those days, all the water was fouled because there was no decent sanitation practices. People would pile animal dung and animal waste close to water sources. Of course, there wasn't any plumbing, so they'd just throw human waste out wherever. to eventually find its way to the water source. So in the tavern you might be drinking some beer or a special wine that was particular to that tavern. Could have been made out of anything from rhubarb to potatoes, oak leaves, cranberries. The tavern was really a social place. Typically located near the local church, because during the winter the church had no heat, and when there was a break in the service, everybody would run over to the tavern where there was a fireplace to get warm. Also, the tavern was the first post office. People wanting to get a letter to somebody would take it into the tavern, put it on a table, travelers that were en route would come in, and if the letter was going somewhere that they were headed, they'd stick it in their back pocket and deliver it to the tavern of that area. Pretty efficient system for the day. The only catch was that whoever took your letter usually read it on the way, so they knew all your business. But this is quite a thrill for me. I can't thank Tim enough for this. Really awesome experience to sit, enjoy a smoke the way it would have been enjoyed back in the 1700s. The only thing I'm missing are a couple other guys sitting around a table. A fire in the fireplace. But that's the way it goes. I want to thank you an awful lot for watching. Have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hope you all have a great day.